everyone, in this video we will cover the current affairs. Before we move ahead, let me inform you that these questions are part of our daily 20 MCQ series in GK Today's Academy Android application. So if you are looking for the text version of these questions and their explanations along with the interactive quiz, you may consider joining our daily 20 MCQ series in Academy Android application. So in this app course you get daily 20 MCQs, a fortnightly quiz, a monthly revision document and also category wise revision ebooks which are optimized for reading on your mobile itself. Apart from it, you are also able to access all archives of questions from January 2020 onwards. Please check our Telegram channel. The link is given in the description box. You can subscribe to it if you find it relevant. For hard copy books, you can visit our website gktbooks.com. Okay. So now without wasting any further time, let's get started.
Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. And today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 21st and 22nd of November 2021. Starting with very first question. What is the theme of World Diabetes Day 2021? So this day is celebrated every year on 14th of November to mark the birthday of Sir Frederick Banting, who discovered the insulin hormone in the year 1922 along with Charles Best. So according to the experts, an estimated 463 million people worldwide suffer from diabetes with type 2 diabetes. What is this? This type can actually be treated with the insulin sensitizers in 90% of the cases. So the theme for this year was access to diabetes care, if not now, when? Okay. So this was the whole theme. Now apart from it, World Polio Day is celebrated on 24th of October every year to raise awareness for polio vaccination and to eradicate polio. And the theme for this year was delivering on a promise. Okay. Now apart from it, United Nations celebrates World Development Information Day on again 24th of October, and the theme for this year is action for sustainable development goal. Fine. Then World Students Day is celebrated on 15th of October in honor of former Indian President APJ Abdul Kalam, who was born on the same day. And the theme for this year was learning for people, planet, prosperity and peace. Fine. Then we celebrate International Day for Rural Women on 15th of October, and the theme for this year was rural women cultivating good food for all. Okay. Question number 2. Which racing driver won the Sao Paulo Brazilian Grand Prix tournament? So Lewis Hamilton, who is a 7-time world champion, has beaten Max Verstappen and obtained a stunning victory at the Brazilian Grand Prix tournament. Although Hamilton started from 10th position on the grid due to a penalty, but he finished first in the race, and 3rd position was occupied by Valtteri Bottas. Now apart from it, Punjab Sports and Higher Education Minister Pargat Singh has launched a book named as Udna Baaz, which is a biography on the Olympic athlete Gurbachan Singh Randhawa. And this book is written by the sports writer Navdeep Singh Gill. Also, Gurbachan Singh Randhawa was the first Arjuna awardee athlete, and also he was the flag bearer of Indian contingent at the 1964 Tokyo Olympics. Also, he has been conferred the Arjuna Award in the year 1961 and Padma Shri in the year 2005. That's why he is quite important. Okay. Now in the previous lecture we have seen that India's chief national coach P. Gopichand has formally launched his autobiography named as Shuttler's Flick, Making Every Match Count. And also this book has been co-authored by Priya Kumar. Now apart from it, recently Novak Djokovic has won his 6th Paris Masters title by defeating his Russian counterpart Daniil Medvedev. And who is the 71st Grandmaster of India? It is Sankalp Gupta. And 72nd Grandmaster of India is Mitrabha Guha. Okay. Also recently, Max Verstappen has won the title of US Grand Prix. Okay. Now you have to tell me at least 3 things regarding Lewis Hamilton that are important from your current affairs perspective. Please write in the comments. Question number 3. Which union ministry has launched a unified mobile application for the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav events? So the Ministry of Culture has launched a unified mobile application for Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav events to enable access to all information related to the celebrations. Actually, this is a 75th anniversary of India's independence, and the application includes link to the sections such as Digital District Repository and Unsung Heroes under the History Corner. Okay. Now apart from it, recently IEPFA, that is Investor Education and Protection Fund Authority, which comes under the administrative control of Union Corporate Affairs Ministry, was in news. Why? Because the government has recently simplified the claim settlement process under this authority, and it includes changes like allowing self-attestation of documents instead of current requirement of notarization. And talking about IEPFA, it has been set up for the administration of investor funds under the Companies Law. Okay. Now apart from it, according to Health Ministry of India, Har Ghar Dastak, or you can say Knock Every Door campaign is scheduled to start soon in district with low vaccination rates. And the aim of this campaign is to motivate people so as to get vaccinated. Okay. Also, India has applied a $2 billion loan from AIIB and ADB to purchase COVID-19 vaccines. And about 667 million doses of COVID-19 vaccines are expected to be procured through this loan. Now apart from it, UIDAI is set to host a hackathon titled as Aadhaar Hackathon 2021, and it is themed around 2 topics. First is enrollment and update, which covers some real life challenges being faced by the residents while updating their address, and second theme is around identification and authentication for solutions to prove identity without sharing the Aadhaar number or any demographic information. Okay. Question number 4. Indian naval ship Karmuk is participating in the 32nd edition of Corpat exercise held between India and which country? So this exercise has recently been held between Indian Navy and Royal Thailand Navy. And INS Karmuk, which is an indigenously built missile corvette, and Thailand's HTMS Tankon, along with maritime patrol aircraft from both the navies, participated in this particular exercise. And the 2 navies have been undertaking Corpat biannually since 2005 along their international maritime boundary line. Now apart from it, recently Mazagon Dock Shipyards Limited has delivered the 4th Scorpene submarine of project P-71 to the Indian Navy, which will be commissioned as INS Vela. And it had earlier delivered 3 similar submarines, that is INS Kalvari, Khanderi and Karanja. And the 5th submarine in the series, Vagir, was launched in November 2020, while 6th one is in the advanced stage of outfitting. Okay. Now in the previous lecture we have seen that Government of China has recently gifted its largest and most advanced warship to Pakistan's Navy to boost its naval powers, and the war vessel is named as PNS Tugril by the Pakistan, and this has been developed by CSSC, that is China State Shipbuilding Corporation Limited, and is delivered to Pakistan by way of commissioning ceremony that was held in Shanghai. Okay. Question number 5. Rahi Bai Popere, who received the Padma Award this year, is associated with which field? So popularly known as Seed Mother, she is one among this year's Padma Shri awardees, and she is from Ahmednagar, Maharashtra. Actually, she has helped in saving hundreds of land races at the village level, and the land races basically refer to naturally occurring variants of commonly grown crops as opposed to the commercial grown crops, which are generally developed by selective breeding or through genetic engineering. Okay, so she is related to agriculture. Now let's talk about some of the important awards. First of all, the 22nd Lal Bahadur Shastri Award has been given to Dr. Randeep Guleria. Then 2021 CK Prahalad Award has been backed by Microsoft team. Then Kung Fu Nuns has won UNESCO's Martial Arts Foundation Prize. And Alexei Navalny has won European Union's Sakharov Prize. Then Telugu filmmaker B. Gopal has been chosen for Satyajit Ray Award. And Malayalam writer Benjamin has bagged Weiler Award. Okay. Now you have to tell me who has recently won 51st Dada Saheb Phalke Award. Please write in the comments. Question number 6. Da Vinci is a mission of which space agency to explore Venus? First of all, Da Vinci stands for Deep Atmosphere Venus Investigation of Noble Gases, Chemistry and Imaging. Okay. So NASA has planned to explore Venus by launching 2 missions basically in the early 2030s. First is this Da Vinci and second is Veritas. And recently NASA has released a video about the Da Vinci mission which is set to launch in 2029, and the mission aims to observe various parameters including whether it had water, and also it will find answers to the fundamental questions of origin, evolution and composition of Venus. Okay. Now also we have seen that NASA is set to launch the Psyche mission in 2022, and it will be the first spacecraft to study an asteroid that is rich in metals but not rich in dust and ice. And the Psyche asteroid orbits the Sun in the main asteroid belt between the planet Mars and Jupiter. Okay. Now also we have seen that NASA is set to launch a spacecraft to test an experimental method to deflect nearby objects under the DART mission. What does DART stand for? It is Double Asteroid Redirection Test, and the mission is designed to test a kinetic impactor technique to deflect any asteroid or comet that might impact the Earth. Also recently, NASA's Earth observing satellite named as Landsat 9 was launched on 27th of September, and it is a joint mission between NASA and United States Geological Survey. Question number 7. Which country has approved the Secure Equipment Act? So US President Joe Biden has signed the Secure Equipment Act that stops the companies judged as a security threat from receiving new telecoms equipment licenses. And the act says that the Federal Communications Commission should no longer review the applications from companies ruled as a threat. Also, it implies that equipment from Huawei, ZTE and 3 other Chinese companies cannot be used in US telecom networks. Okay, so correct answer is option number B. Now apart from it, recently US Congress has passed the historic $1 trillion bill, which is a kind of package of highway, broadband and other infrastructure movements. So the US government will now oversee the biggest upgrade of the country's road, railways and other transportation infrastructure. Also, this package is expected to create various jobs and boost the competitiveness of the country. Also recently, US government has launched Operation Allies Welcome so as to streamline e-migration procedures for recent Afghan arrivals to speed up their resettlement there in USA. Okay. Now you have to tell me which is the 101st country to join our International Solar Alliance. Please write in the comments. Question number 8. Which city is to play host to the India International Science Festival 2021? So the Union Ministry of Earth Sciences has launched the 7th edition of India International Science Festival, and this year it will be held from 10th of December to 13th of December in Panaji, Goa. Actually, this event is being organized jointly by the Ministry of Earth Sciences, Department of Science and Technology, Department of Biotechnology, Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, and other partners. Do remember that the National Center for Polar and Ocean Research, which is an autonomous institute under Ministry of Earth Sciences, is the nodal agency for organizing India International Science Festival 2021. Okay. Now, apart from it, United Nations Economic and Social Commission for Asia and the Pacific has launched the Asian Regional Plan of Action for Adaptation to Drought, and the actions are divided into 26 subsections and an implementation plan covering 2021 to 2025. So one of the key recommendation is for the establishment of a technical working group on adaptation to the drought, and the plan consists of 9 groups of action covering a drought management cycle and coordination on the regional and national levels. Okay. Now, apart from it, United Nations Climate Summit in Glasgow has recently been concluded with a global agreement aimed at capping the global warming at 1.5 degrees Celsius. And this Glasgow Pact is the first ever climate deal to clearly plan to reduce the coal, which is the worst fossil fuel for greenhouse gases. Okay. Question number 9. The recently inaugurated Rani Kamlapati station is located in which state? So Prime Minister Narendra Modi has recently inaugurated the revamped Rani Kamlapati station, which is the India's most modern railway station in Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh. So the railway station, previously known as Habibganj, has now been renamed after the Queen Rani Kamlapati of Ghinorgarh, and the station has been redeveloped at a cost of around 450 crore rupees in the public-private partnership mode. Also, it has been revamped as a hub for integrated multimodal transport and also as a green building. Okay. Now, apart from it, the Tribal Pride Day Mahasammelan was recently held on 15th of November at Jamburi Maidan in Madhya Pradesh, Bhopal, and it was being organized on the birth anniversary of Birsa Munda. Now, apart from it, the Indian astronomers have developed an algorithm that can increase the accuracy of data flow from exoplanets. So this critical noise treatment algorithm basically reduces the contamination by the Earth's atmosphere and the disturbances due to instrumental effects and other factors. So now it can be used to study the environment of exoplanets with more precision. Okay. Now, apart from it, India's retail inflation rate measured by Consumer Price Index rose to 4.48% in the month of October 2021, and this was 4.35% in September 2021. So there was just a light increase in retail inflation in October due to a rise in food prices, and CPI has been below the RBI's 6% margin for the 4th month in a row. Now, coming to last question, which Indian state has adopted the Pakke Tiger Reserve 2047 declaration? So the Arunachal Pradesh cabinet has adopted this Pakke Tiger Reserve 2047 declaration on climate change resilient and responsive Arunachal Pradesh. So this declaration proposes a multi-sector approach towards low emission and climate resilient developments through 5 board themes. First is environment, second is forest and climate change, third is health and well-being of all, fourth is sustainable and adaptive living, and last is evidence generation and collaborative action. Fine. Now, apart from it, Israel Aerospace Industries, which is a defense firm, has unveiled its Scorpius class of electronic warfare systems. So this is claimed to be the world's first electronic warfare system that is capable of simultaneously targeting multiple threats across frequencies and in different directions. And the system is totally based on active electronically scanned array technology. Okay, now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions. And at the end of the lecture, do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today. And we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching. And please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, Minu Zaid Sana signing off.